Hi, kabajamtoota daawwattoota keenya akkam jirtu? Viidiyoo kanaan koorsii Knowledge Organization and Management kan qormaata exit examiif isin gargaaru qabadhee isiniif dhiyaadheera. Boqonnaa tokkoffaa isaa waliin ilaalla. Hanga dhumaatti na wajjin tura. Chapter 1 Introduction to Knowledge Organization and Management. Introduction to Knowledge Organization and Management. As the first one, we will see data. Data are facts and figures which relay something specific, but which are not organized in any way. Okay, data are what? Facts, which relay something what? Specific, something specific. But what? Not organized in any way. But which are not organized in any way. And also, which provide no further information regarding patterns, contexts, etc. Which are provide no further information. The other one is data are simple. Data are discrete, facts and figures, such as image, names, characteristics, and amounts. Also, data are unstructured facts and figures that have the least impact on the typical manager. Unstructured facts and what? Figures. Unstructured facts and figures. Okay, this is the definition of data. Data kan jennu maalidha jechaadha? Dhugaa fi lakkoofsa waan addaa tokko dabarsudha jechaadha. Garuu kan hin qindoofnedha. Salphaadha. Addaan kan baafamedha. Caaseffaman qabu. Kanadha jechaadha data. The next one is information. The next one is what? Information. Information is data that is contextualized, categorized, calculated, and condensed. Okay? This is it, information. This means data with relevance and purpose. Data with relevance and purpose is what? Information. Okay? Information. Fakkeenyaa fi akkaataa gurgurtaa yeroo murtaa'e tokko yoo fudhanne, yeroo murtaa'aa tokko keessatti akkaataan gurgurtaa tokko odeeffannoodha jechaadha. Yeroo biraatti immoo jijjiiramuu danda'an. Odeeffannoo kan biraa ta'uu danda'an. Information can give answer for the question that begin with who, what, where, when. Okay? Information give answer for questions that begin with WH or what, who, where, when, etc. Okay? Information is a bit more complex than data. More complex. Bit more complex. Walxaxaadha jechaadha. Odeeffannoo daataa caalaa walxaxaa ta'an kan dhiyeessudha. Information has a meaningful purpose. Meaningful what? Purpose. This is what? Information. Contextualized, categorized, calculated, and condensed. This is information. Okay? Information also is useful to its recipients when it is relevant. Okay? When it is relevant, when it is reliable, accurate, and verifiable. When it up to date and timely. When it complete. When it intelligible. When it consistent. This is useful for its recipients. Okay? Odeeffannoo kan fudhataniif yookaan immoo fudhattoota odeeffannootiif kan inni bu'aa buusuu danda'u, bu'aa guutuu kennuu danda'u yoo barbaachisaa ta'e, yoo amanamaa sirriif mirkanaa'uu kan danda'u ta'e, yoo yeroo isaa kan eeggatee fi kan haara'e ta'e, updated, up to date and timely, yoo guutuu ta'e, complete, yoo hubatamaa ta'e, intelligible, yoo kan wal simu ta'e, consistent, faayidaa qaba jechaadha warra informationii fudhataniif. This information. The other one is, where does information or knowledge come from? Where does information or knowledge come from? From books, that means monographs, ontology, references. Okay? From when we say from books, from monographs, from anthologies, from references. Wabilee kitaabilee garaagaraarraa argachuu dandeenya. The other one is predicates. From predicates. Those are scholarly journals, magazines, newspaper. The other one is non-print materials. Those are television, film or video, radio or audio tape, picture, etc. Okay, those are where information or knowledge come from. The other one is people, by interview or conversation, by speaking with each other in associations. Information or knowledge, we acquire information or knowledge. Okay, the other one is internet. Those are database, library database, websites, emails. Okay, those are when we acquire information from those sources. Okay, the other one is information is visible. Okay, information is visible. The meaning of information is visible, but when we come to knowledge, it is not visible, invisible. Okay, knowledge is invisible, but information is visible. Information is independent from action and decision. Okay, information is independent from action and decision. Information ini mul'ataadha jedha. Garuu immoo gochaaf murtii irraa walabadha. Irratti hirkatu jechaadha. Different in format after processing, physical product, independent from existing environment, easily transferable and replicate. Those are information. Information is different in format after processing. Information is physical product. Information is independent from existing environment. Information is easily transferable and duplicate. Okay, easily transferable and duplicate. Baay'achuullee kan danda'u, dachaa ta'uu kan danda'u, duplicate, transferable, daddarbuu kan danda'u. Okay, the other one is knowledge. Knowledge, when we come to knowledge, data and information are like tangible products. Like what? Tangible products. Akka oomisha qabatamaati data of information. All that has been perceived or grasped by the mind, learning, enlightenment. Okay, grasped by or perceived or grasped by our mind. Those are knowledge. Okay, it is to be remembered that all facts etc. are recorded in the form of information. Okay, in the form of information. Whenever mankind comprehended the facts embedded in information, it become what? Knowledge. Okay, whenever alli namaa dhugaa odeeffannoo keessaa yoo hubate kun beekumsa ta'a jechaadha isaaf. Yoo hubate. About knowledge, it is knowledge also is flux mix of framed experience, values, contextual information, expert insight, and grounded intuition. Okay, grounded intuition. Those are what knowledge. As I said, knowledge is invisible. Invisible. Okay. Closely related to action and decision. When we say information, it is independent from action and decision. But when we come to knowledge, it is invisible, It is related to action and decision. Okay. A different in thought after processing, a spiritual product identified with existing environment, transferable through learning and not duplicate. Okay, simply the definition of information and knowledge are some differences. Those are information is duplicate, but knowledge is not a duplicate. Information are visible, but knowledge are invisible. Information are easily transferable, but knowledge are transferable through learning. It is okay. Also, it is generated. Knowledge is generated, classified, and modified. Also, it is shared. Okay, it is shared. Sharing of knowledge is core element of what? Knowledge management. Our course is related with knowledge management. Okay, sharing of knowledge is core element of knowledge management. The next one is kind of knowledge. Okay, those are two kinds: tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. Okay, tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge. Tacit knowledge. When we say tacit knowledge, it is kind of knowledge that is difficult to transfer to another by means of writing. Okay, it by means of writing it down or verbalizing it, embedded in mind. Okay, gosa beekumsaa ta'ee tacit knowledge kan jedhamu garuu salphaatti barreeffamaan afaaniin nama biraatti dabarsuun rakkisaa kan ta'e. Namatti himuun sammuu keessatti kan ukkaanfamedha. Embedded in the mind. Okay. Knowledge that you do not get from thought or from books. Beekumsa kan barsiifamerraa yookiin immoo kitaabotarraa kan hin argannedha jechaadha. But we acquire this kind of information from personal experience. Okay, from personal experience. This means highly personalized. The next one is explicit knowledge. It's a kind of knowledge that can be readily articulated, codified, accessed, and verbalized. Kun immoo gosa beekumsaa salphaatti ibsamuu, koodii ta'uu, argamuu, afaaniin ibsuun danda'amudha. This kind of knowledge can be easily transmitted to others. Gosa beekumsa kana salphaatti namatti dabarsuun ni dandeenya. Knowledge found on a books, on a webs, etc. are what? Explicit knowledge. This is a kind of explicit knowledge. Inni sun taasiitirraa, kitaabotarraa, barnoota garaagaraarraa, weebii garaagaraarraa argachuun danda'amu ulfaataadha. Garuu gosa barnoota, gosa beekumsaa explicit jedhamu kana, beekumsa ifaa ta'e kana salphaatti kitaabotarraa fi weebii garaagaraarraa dubbisuudhaan argachuu ni dandeenya. The four are the combination of conversion of explicit and then tacit knowledge. Conversion of explicit and what? Tacit knowledge. When we combine in one place, it is four combinations. It are four combinations. The first one is tacit to tacit. This means socialization. Tacit to tacit is individuals acquire knowledge from others through what? Through dialogue and observation. Okay, through dialogue and observation. The next one is tacit to explicit. This means externalization. This kind of conversion, articulation of knowledge into tangible form through what? Through elitization and documentation. This kind of conversion is through elitization and documentation. The first one is through dialogue and observation, individually from others. Okay, but this tacit to explicit is articulation of knowledge into tangible form through illustration and documentation. The third one is explicit to explicit. This means combination. When we say this, explicit to explicit, it combines different forms of explicit knowledge. Combined different forms of explicit, such as documents or databases. Okay. The last one is explicit to tacit. Internalization, such as learning by doing, where individuals internalize knowledge into their own mental model. From what? From documents. By doing, learning by doing, where individuals internalize knowledge into their own mental model from document. Okay, these are four combination of conversion of explicit and tacit knowledge. Okay. The next one is characteristics of knowledge. The major features of knowledge are: knowledge is what? Act of human and related to human. Beekumsi gocha namaa fi namaa wajjin kan wal qabatudha. The knowledge is provision and distribution of knowledge will help to its growth. Means it increases when people are involved in it. It increases when people are involved in it. Dhiyeessii fi raabsiin beekumsa guddina beekumsa kanaaf ni gargaara jedha. Yeroo namoonni itti hirmaatanii beekumsi ni dabala. When people are involved in it, it can be growth. The third one is characteristics of knowledge are: knowledge is not created immediately. Okay, knowledge are not created immediately, but it is gradually created. Gradually. The other one is knowledge is provided to various methods. Knowledge can be created at different time by different people in different places, and different methods is provided to its cycle. Okay. Beekumsi mala adda addaatiin kennama. Beekumsi yeroo garagaraatti namoota adda addaatiin bakka adda addaatti uumamuu kan danda'uu fi mala adda addaatu marsaa beekumsaa kanaaf kennama jechaadha. Okay. This is characteristics of knowledge. What is knowledge management? Now we come to knowledge management. Okay. What is knowledge management? Knowledge management is the systematic management of organizations' knowledge asset for creating value and meeting tactical and strategic requirements. Tactical and strategic requirements. Tactical and strategic requirements. It is systematic management of organization knowledge. For what? For creating value and meeting tactical and strategic requirements. Knowledge management consists of initiatives, processes, strategies, and systems. Okay. This consists those initiative, processes, strategies, and systems that sustain and enhance the storage, assessment, sharing, refinement, and the creation of knowledge. Okay, creation of knowledge. Jalqabbii, adeemsaa, tarsiimoo fi sirnoota, kuusaa, madaallii, qooduu, fooyyessuu fi uumuu. Beekumsa itti fufsiisanii fi guddisan kanneen beekumsa itti fufsiisanii fi guddisan kanneen of keessaa qaba jechaadha. Knowledge management therefore implies a strong tie to organizational goals and strategy. Okay, implies a strong what? A strong tie. To what? To organizations' goals and strategies. Okay, Also, it involves management of knowledge that is useful for what? For some purpose, and which creates value for the organization. The organization. Management of knowledge that is useful for some purpose and which creates value for what? For organization. The next one is, what is a knowledge organization? We say for what? For knowledge organization. So what is knowledge organization? Knowledge organization is about activities such as document description, indexing, and classification performed in library, in archive, in databases, in archives, etc. Okay? In archive, etc. Jaarmiyaa yookaan immoo organizationii beekumsaa kan jennu kun maali? Waa'ee hojiiwwan akka ibsa sanadaa, indeksii fi ramaddii mana kitaabaa raawwataman, ramaddii mana kitaabaa, kuusaawwan daataa, kuusaa kaakaafa fi kan kana fakkaatan keessatti raawwataman yoo ta'u, hojiin kunneen immoo these activities are done by librarians, archivists, subject specialists, as well as by computer algorithm. This is the knowledge organization. This is the meaning of knowledge organization. Also, knowledge organizations makes specific information, makes what? Specific information easier to access and more meaningful to information seeker. More meaningful to what? For what? For information seeker. Organization of information or knowledge is most comprehensive term expressing the library or information center function served by what? By classification. By classification. By classification. So the other one is, what is knowledge organization system? What is knowledge organization system? The term knowledge organization system is intended to encompass all types of schemes for organizing information and promoting knowledge management. Intended to encompass all types of what? All types of schemes for organizing information and promoting knowledge management. Okay. Also, knowledge organization systems are used to organize the materials for purpose of what? Retrieval and to manage a collection. Organize material. Store material. Okay. For purpose of what? Retrieve and manage collection. Between user information need and material collection, it serves as bridge between them. Okay, between them. So, history of management, knowledge management is new. So it have short history. It begins when concept of knowledge company was introduced in published literature. The next we will see elements of knowledge management. Its elements. We'll see its elements. A complete knowledge management system contains 4 elements. Okay, 4 elements. Complete knowledge management. Those are, the first one is knowledge creation and capture. Knowledge creation and what? Capture. This is the first element of knowledge management. Knowledge is continually being created in any group. Continually being created in any group, in any corporation or organization. Since there's a very interaction among the people generates knowledge, okay? Generates knowledge. One of the primary aims of knowledge management is to capture the knowledge that is produced during such interactions. Okay? To capture the knowledge that is produced when it is during interaction or it is during creation. Okay? The creation of new knowledge will not be possible without creativity and innovation. Without creativity and innovation. Okay? These are the two most important traits or skills needed to make organization. Those are productive and competitive. The one is productive, the other is competitive. Okay? Oomishaa fi dorgomaa taasisu. Oomishaa fi dorgomaa taasisu. This is the most important trait or skill needed to make organization. Okay? The next one is knowledge sharing and enrichment. Okay? In the first, we will creation of and a capture of knowledge, but the second one is so share and enrichment. Okay? Share and enrichment. Beekumsa qooduu fi badhaadhaa gochuu. This is the second element of knowledge management. This element is probably the most crucial among the four. This sharing and enrichment, writing element knowledge is crucial among the four. It is during the process of sharing that knowledge is useful, usually refined and enriched. Refined and enriched. Kan badhaadhaa ta'uudha jechaadha yeroo beekumsa qoonnu akkasuma immoo ifaanuu ta'a jechaadha. Knowledge can be shared by the organizations with its employees as well as with people outside of organizations. Okay? Outside of organizations. This is the second one in elements of knowledge management. The third one is information storage and retrieve. Now we shared an enrichment in our knowledge, so we take information from we store information and retrieve information from that. This is the third one. This is the third one. Odeeffannoo kuusuu fi maal gochuudha achi keessaa immoo retrieve gochuu fudhachuu. The organization should ensure that acquired or shared knowledge is readily accessible to others. Okay, readily what? Accessible to others. This can be done by storing information. For accessing a purpose, we must done by storing information in a centralized location. In a centralized location. Then we easily retrieve from that storage. Okay. The documents and information in databases be retrieved through what? Through internet or organizations' intranet websites. Document or information in database retrieved through what? Through internet. Others through organizations' websites, intra-websites. The first one is, or the last elements of knowledge management is knowledge dissemination. Knowledge dissemination. Babal'isu. Yookaan immoo babal'ina beekumsa. These are four elements. Unless knowledge is effectively disseminated, the development impact of knowledge will remain limited. Beekumsi haala bu'a qabeessa ta'een yoo hin babal'atu ta'e dhiibbaan guddina beekumsaa maal ta'a ni daangeffama jechaadha. Daanga'aa ta'a guddatu jechaadha. Publication, presentation, websites, and libraries are the most obvious forms of dissemination of knowledge. Okay, dissemination of knowledge. When we published present websites and a library in libraries, most these are dissemination of knowledge. Participation in external networks, establishing partnership with others organizations, and creation of knowledge center are also effective means to disseminate knowledge. Okay, effective means. The other one is application of knowledge management. Those are lie in four key areas. Those are globalization of business, linear organizations, corporate amnesia, technological advances. Okay, technological advances. Hojiirra oolmaa yookaan application hojiirra oolmaan bulchiinsa beekumsaa kuni dameewwan hijoo ta'anii 4 qaba. Globalization of business, linear organization, corporate amnesia, and technological advances. Okay, those are applications. It is applications. Other one is knowledge management best practices. Best practices. The first one is knowledge sharing. The next one is knowledge reuse. The third one is knowledge creation. The fourth one is knowledge acquisition. Okay, not only this, but this is a best practice. This is a best practice. The other one is the following are the main challenges of knowledge. Also, knowledge managements are it is challenges. Keeping up with technology waliin deemuu, measuring knowledge, beekumsi safaruu, overcoming shared leadership, hoggansa waliin rahaanuu, keeping data accurate, data sirrii ta'e eeguu, interpreting data effectively, data haala bu'a qabeessa ta'een hiikuu, making sure information is relevant, odeeffannoo barbaachisaa ta'e mirkaneessuu, determining where in organization knowledge management should reside. Determining where in information in organization knowledge management should be reside. Dhaabbata keessatti knowledge managementiin eessa jiraachuu akka qabu murteessu. Okay, this is the challenges of knowledge management. The other one is the skills of knowledge workers. Skills of what? Knowledge workers. Those are strategic and business skills, management skills, communication and interpersonal skills, intellectual and learning skills, information management skills, information technology skills. Those are skills of knowledge workers. Okay, strategic and business, management, communication and interpersonal skills, intellectual and learning, information management, information technology. Those skills are knowledge workers skills. Okay, knowledge management position. This means the position or it is stages of standards, levels. Okay, knowledge management positions are knowledge manager, knowledge management champion or knowledge leader, knowledge navigator or knowledge brokers, knowledge synthesizers or knowledge stewards, knowledge editor, knowledge analyst, knowledge transfer engineer, knowledge systems engineer. Those are positions. In those areas or in those positions, knowledge are important. Okay, important. Those are knowledge management. Even in engineering, knowledge transfer engineering, knowledge system engineering, in editor, knowledge editor, in analyst, in leader, in manager, navigator, in steward. Those are positions. It is positions. Okay. The other one is how are information organized? How are what? Information organized. Akkamitti information in Malta qindaa'uu danda'a. To meet the way of organizing information is by employing a knowledge representation language to organize information material. The information knowledge access. Information knowledge access. KRL means knowledge representation language. IKA means information knowledge access. Okay. Employing knowledge representation language involves using one or more information organization schemes. such as what? Metadata, classification or taxonomy, indexing, teaser, document markup, and ontology, and also related principles and procedures and tools that are employing KRL or knowledge representation language. Document management life cycle. Document management what? Life cycle. Document management life cycle. Marsaa jireenya bulchiinsa sanada yookaan bulchiinsa documentii. Documents are most common repository of information and knowledge in any organization. As you see, documents are what? Most common repository of information and knowledge in what? In any organization. Not in some organization, in any organizations. Documents are produced for almost everything. A project proposal, a contract or agreement, a technical report, a scientific paper, any other, okay? Documents are produced in everything already. Advantages of document management system. What is advantages of knowledge document management system? Document, okay? These are document management system is easily retrieve, proper indexing, better transfer, flexible search, improvised document distribution, enhanced security. Okay, salphaatti search baaf fudhachuu dandeenya, indeksii sirrii arganna, barbaachaaf fooyya'aadha, saffisaadha, jijjiiramaadha, raabsa sanada fooyya'aadha, nageenyi isaa fooyya'aadha. Those are advantages of document management system. Knowledge management tools depend on information technology. Based on what? Information technology. Groupware system and the knowledge management 2.0. Those are major tools, IT based. Intranet and extranet, data warehousing, data mining, decision support system, content management system, document management system, artificial intelligence tools, simulation tools, semantic networks. Those are what? Tools. Those are tools based on information technology. Tools of what? Knowledge management, okay? The other one is knowledge management tools, but non-IT based, non-information technology based. The previous one is IT based. This is non-IT based. Okay. Non-technical knowledge management resources and techniques such as cross-functional project teams, knowledge management training and education, storytelling, mentoring. Those are non-IT based knowledge management tools, okay? Cross-functional project teams, knowledge management training and education, storytelling, mentoring. Those are what? Those are IT based tools of knowledge management. The other one is management of system for what? For organization of knowledge. Management of what? System for organization of knowledge. Management of system for organization of knowledge refers to the components of system that needs to be designed and maintained. Needs for what? For designing purpose, for maintaining purpose. The infrastructure for infrastructure for system, also for organization of knowledge, as three components. Bu'uuraaleen sirnoota gurmaa'ina beekumsaa qaamolee sadii qaba jedha. Those are databases, hardware and software. Okay, kuusaa data, hardware, software yookaan moosaajii kan jennu jecha. issues in organizations of information. Issues in organization of what? Information. Issues in organization of information includes describing documents and indexing and searching knowledge. The first issues are describing knowledge. The next one is indexing and searching knowledge. When we say describing knowledge, how to describe information resources or information bearing objectives in ways, okay, so that they may be effectively used by those who need to use them or use organizing document, okay. The next one is indexing and searching language. How to find the appropriate information resources or the appropriate information bearing objectives for your own needs, even your own needs. This means retrieving. The first one is organizing, is retrieving. Okay, this is our end of